So what do you get if the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters was a sexual deviant? Well, you get a veto. So let's jump right into this tweet. People are trying to discredit me because I defended the movie Cuties when Ted Cruz filed a lawsuit to try and get it banned in America. For those of you who are in the dark or don't know, Cuties was this Netflix special that sexualized 11-year-old girls, which I don't care the context. That doesn't fall under art or freedom of speech. That's pretty degenerate if you ask me. And again, bravo on Ted Cruz for trying to get that shit banned because that's downright fucking heretical. But here's the interesting part of this tweet where he says, freedom of expression must be protected in all forms, even when it shocks and upsets us. Yeah, when it shocks and upsets us. You know, this same guy here who just tweeted that was flagging other content creators and channels for having Alex Jones on their channels. So a guy who's a champion for freedom of speech, who be protected in all forms, has already flagged other channels for helping Alex Jones. And interestingly enough, he did an interview on InfoWars, which basically, if you see this guy, he's a morbidly obese neckbeard. And the only thing he does is he picks up and he's offensive on purpose because it gets his name out there, right? He does it just for vainglory and to get off on the attention. And it's just pathetic and sad. But this guy, he claims that there's no joke to faux pas and that nothing is sacred to jokes. But then again, when Noel from Kiwi Farms joked about a transgender person who probably or allegedly committed suicide, they were saying, you can't make jokes about that. That's fucked up. That's mean. So again, a guy who just tweeted shocks and offends us, that freedom of speech should be protected in all forms, was then again offended and shocked and virtue signaling about Noel making a joke is the same kind of guy who false flags other content creators just because they had Alex Jones on their channel. So again, this is just another fake ass white knight for freedom of speech. He could give a shit less about the freedom of speech. In fact, Vito and his buddy Diddler Dax, they change their underwear politically. They change their minds when it suits them. They pivot on multiple topics whenever the political winds blow in the most profitable direction. He is what I like to call a political prostitute. He could give a shit less about idealism, political motives, political culture. And I will say this, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of other political groups that enrage and infuriate me, if you are a person who actually gets up off their ass and does something in the name of their idealism, cause, whether it be community service, bring awareness, even though that's kind of free, cheap, and easy to do, but if you're actually putting in good works for your cause, idealism, and furthering that cause through good works, all the more power to you. I can respect that. But Vito here is also like another political prostitute that I'd like to point out called Ann Coulter, which she's made her career selling books. And in 2016, she was strong pro-Trump, but then when the winds of profit were changing direction, then she became an anti-Trumper, right? She started courting the elite neocons of the Conservative Party. So there are people out there, you just have to be, they're wolves in sheep's clothing, like Vito here. They just take up things because it's popular to do. It gets them attention, which, again, is pretty damn clever. But then again, someone who defends cuties and someone who just says there's no off-color jokes, but then turns around and goes after Noel for making an off-color joke. These people, again, when the winds of profit change or blow in another direction, that's when they're dropping full sail and switching sides. You shouldn't trust this guy Vito. you shouldn't trust that he's a free speech advocate, because he just isn't. This is just something he can attach his wagon to in the name of furthering his YouTube existence and his clout on the internet and across mainstream media outlets. And again, if there's conservative or independent news outlets actually giving this shithead airtime, shame on you. But anyways, that's all I have to say about our boy Vito here. And so leave a like, leave a dislike, comment your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. God bless. Stay happy, stay healthy. And I will see you guys next time.